Math class was so boring, right, Anti-Denise? Yes, I have to agree with you, Anti-Denise. Math was so boring. Our teacher, Mrs. Triana the Triangle, made us do an assignment based on multiplying and dividing fractions, and the assignment was very hard. I don't even know how to multiply or divide fractions. Me neither, Anti-Denise. Oh great, the bell has rang, so we have to go our classes. See you later, Anti-Denise. Alright, see you later, Anti-Denise.
At Mrs. Triana the Triangle's classroom.
Alright class, today's assignment will be based on combining sentences, so get out your pencils and start working on your assignment. My nose has been fractured from being hit by a bowling ball that was thrown by Anti-Denise, and now it's bleeding. Somebody, help me.
Oh my god. Anti-Denise, what is the meaning of this? We can't believe you threw a bowling ball at Mrs. Triana the Triangle, and fractured her nose. Yeah, Anti-Denise, now look what you've done. You just made Mrs. Triana the Triangle's nose bleed by throwing a bowling ball at her and fracturing her nose.
And besides, we only use bowling balls to go bowling, not to throw at people.
I strongly agree with Jimmy Lee. Me too. Now, thanks to you, Mrs. Triana the Triangle has to go to the hospital for an ice pack and a bandage.
Guys, I heard Mrs. Triana the Triangle crying in pain while I was working in my office. What is this all about?
Vice Principal Joshua, thank goodness you're here. Just now, one of our classmates, Anti-Denise, threw a bowling ball at our teacher, Mrs. Triana the Triangle, and fractured her nose. Yeah, now thanks to her, Mrs. Triana the Triangle's nose is bleeding and she has to go to the hospital for an ice pack and a bandage.
I agree with Grania the Diamond and Tricia the Triangle.
Me too. Me three.
Anti-Denise, come with me to my office, right now. Anti-Denise, what you did in Mrs. Triana the Triangle's classroom was very unacceptable. You don't ever throw a bowling ball at Mrs. Triana the Triangle and fracture her nose like that. You just made Mrs. Triana the Triangle's nose bleed by doing that. Now, thanks to you, Mrs. Triana the Triangle has to go to the hospital for an ice pack and a bandage. You must know that we only use bowling balls to go bowling, not to throw at people. That's it. You are suspended until Tuesday, November 7th, 2023. I want you out of my office and the entire school building, and can you go straight home?
Anti-Denise, do you have any idea how much trouble you're in right now? We cannot believe you threw a bowling ball at Mrs. Triana the Triangle and fractured her nose. You know that we only use bowling balls to go bowling, not to throw at people. Denise is correct, Anti-Denise. Now thanks to you, Mrs. Triana the Triangle's nose is bleeding and she has to go to the hospital for an ice pack and a bandage. For this, you are grounded until the end of your suspension time. Now go straight to your room right now, and never throw a bowling ball at anyone ever again.